For more than 40 years, Averett University's athletics programs have competed in the USA South. Now we begin a new era as a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We will continue to build on our traditions. We'll continue to develop our student athletes into tomorrow's leaders as catalysts for positive change. With 24 NCAA and club varsity sports, we'll bring championship aspirations, high academic success, and a focus on community service. We bring first-class facilities, and we will continue to build for the future. We'll renew old rivalries and create new ones in the ODAC. We'll do it as one team, one family, one Averett.
Averett because it was a small school and I was able to continue my academic and collegiate career here. Averett's special to me because it's a home away from home. I'm surrounded by people that I knew from high school, but still a bunch of new people that I've met from all other parts of the world and different parts of the U.S. too. What makes Averett feel like home would definitely be the girls on the soccer team and my coaches. They're my second family. They always have my back. We hang out all the time, whether it's on the field or doing team bonding or trying to find stuff down here to do in Danville. My major is sports medicine, and I've been lucky enough to do an internship with Maria and Cody in the AT department, and that involves going to football games and working a bunch of other sporting events as well. My favorite part about Averett is definitely being able to play my sport here and then going in and supporting all the other teams as well. We're all one team, one family, and honestly, it makes missing home a little bit easier.
Hello and welcome to Averett Sports Network. My name is Chris Richmond, bringing you yet another special day here at Averett University as we had kind of a weird start to today as we had a second senior day here for the women's soccer team. Number 4, Clarice Peters, figured out that she was going to be graduating early and getting that degree sooner than planned, so had to have her special day here today. And she was the lone one there, so celebrated her a little bit before the game. But now we're going to go into the matchup here between the Averett University and the Washington and Lee Generals. Generals coming into this one, they're going to be 10-0-4 on the season, 6-0-1 in conference. So undefeated record here coming in. Also receiving votes to be nationally ranked as well, so they're coming in. Hot start to the season here. The women's soccer team for your Cougars coming into this one 5-6-2 overall, 3-3-1 in the ODAC. So they're coming in, still fighting for the top half of the ODAC in their first season appearance here. Averett Cougars coming into this one 1-5 overall against the Generals here. I know, especially on a special day like Senior Day, the Cougars hope to pull off that home victory and make it 2-5 overall. Averett coming into this one with a 4-1 win over Sweetbriar College on Wednesday. And the Generals are coming off a 2-1 win over Bridgewater College on Wednesday as well. So we're going to get underway with this one. Cougars taking the ball first here. And the whistle blows, and we're on the way. Quick push here for the Cougars. Kick down to Begg there on the left side. She's unable to get the touch, though. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be in the hands, feet, would you rather, of the Generals. Cougars able to take the ball back. It's going to be kicked away by the Generals. Kako taking the touch there, kicking it deep down to De Diego. And just a little miscue right there for the Cougars. So now it's going to lead to a Generals throw-in here. Let's throw in. It's going to be headed there by Sanchez back to Casey. Casey missed the kick as she tried to kick it out there. Now the Generals pushing down the right side, and it's going to lead to an early corner kick here for the Generals. It's going to put number 13 there for the Generals, Bryn Bissinger. It's going to put her in the corner. The freshman out of Greenville, South Carolina. She's going to take her kick here. It's going to be in the middle there. Header. It's going to be kicked away. Nice job there by Sanchez. That was on target for the bottom 90 there of the goal. Sanchez being in the right place at the right time was able to kick that one away and save the Cougars from going down quick 1-0. So now off of the kick off of a General player there is going to give the ball back to the Cougars for a throw in here. Franklin tried to go over the head and push down the sideline there, but she's going to lose a little bit of control there. It's going to go out of bounds. So back to the Generals here. They're now located on the left side of your field. Generals in the all blue here today, moving from the left to the right. Also the Cougars in the all yellow with white stripes, moving from your right to your left here. So Kinkoff here to kick it off for a free kick. Her kick is going to travel down to about the 40. Going to go off a General. So the Cougars going to have a throw in almost the midfield, not quite. This throw in was going to push it past midfield, but it's going to be kicked away there by the Generals. So the Generals take back possession here. So Sanchez able to get a foot on it. Now she's going to kick it over to Kako. Kako now fighting for it. A little bit of contact, no call. So the refs are letting them play this one out. Generals take back possession here. Now pushing down the right side. Big cross here is going to be denied, though, by Casey. And the follow-up shot there is just going to go wide right. Kinkoff's going to just look that one off, so she's going to gain the ball here for another goal kick or free kick from the goal. Her kick is going to be a low runner. It's going to travel up a general there and go out, so it's going to lead to a Cougar throw in from about the 40 here. And Day Diego there now pushing down the left side. She got pinched by about 3 generals. Now Sanchez trying to kick it down to Baig, but unable to capitalize off that one. Just a couple players to watch. This one for your Cougars, Celia Day Diego, a sophomore, had 2 goals in her last game against Sweetbriar on Wednesday. But coming into this one, leading her team in goals with 6 goals on the season and also leading the team in points as well. So she's kind of been the go-to there for the Cougars on the offensive side of things. Also, keep an eye on Isabel Evans, the freshman. She scored her 2nd goal of the season against Sweetbriar as well. She's kind of coming into her own on the season as well, moving into a starting role. So now it's going to be another corner kick here for the Generals. This kick's going to be high, looks good, and that time the header will go in. Sanchez unable to deflect it that one. Almost looked identical, but this time. Now, Baig's going to be coming out the game there for the Cougars. Coming into the game is going to be number 13, Isabel Evans, that freshman we were just talking about here. She's going to make her appearance into the game. So quick 1-0 start here for the Generals as they score off a free kick there. I believe that was going to be number 8 there. Who's going to get credit with the header, Sarah Zimmerman, freshman out of Cincinnati, Ohio. She just went up for the header. Great place ball there by number 13, Bissinger. Now the Generals on the push again. Pass up. It's going to be kicked away by Kako. Call on the field is going to be on the Generals, so the Cougars going to have a free kick here trying to reverse field. Kako's kick is going to be across the 50. It's going to be headed up. Still trying to fight for possession are both teams, but it looks like the Generals are going to take possession here now, pushing up the right side. The cross here is going to be well placed. Nobody, though, to finish. Kako does a nice job getting this one out of dangerous territory after it hit off Kinkoff's hands and just went down right in front of her. General was pushing in, trying to close in on that pass. So now the Cougars avoid a second goal there, and now on the Generals' territory with the ball. Well, excuse me, Generals have the ball, but in their own territory here. Casey's going to come up and play this one around midfield. Her pass had a little bit more too much steam on it there for Franklin, as that one went out. Now Bissinger pushing down the right side here. It looks like it's going to be another cross for the Generals, but nice job there by number 12, Samantha Casey, just getting down and getting in the way. Samantha Casey, a junior out of Charlotte, North Carolina. She's been playing some very good soccer for the Cougars as well on the defensive side of things. This will lead to another corner kick, as this kick is going to be put in an identical spot. Not quite identical. It's going to be a little bit closer to the goal, and the Generals weren't able to make a play on it. So the Cougars dodge another goal there, as it's going to lead to another Kinkoff free kick here. Excuse me, it's going to lead to a Kako free kick from the goal, as Kako has a really good leg on her. She's going to be elected to kick this one down. This one's going to stay low, though. And the Generals taking possession here now. The ball's going to go out to Bissinger. Bissinger's going to fight back inside. Her kick's going to go off Sanchez. And the Cougars are going to take possession here. Now the Generals back taking possession. Now pushing down the left side. Fighting, trying to get the ball. Can't quite get to the ball on time. It's going to go out of bounds. So the Cougars are going to take back the ball here. Now Peter's going to throw it in here. For the Cougars, Kako is just going to let this one drop, and she's going to get a big kick to kind of take back some field possession here. But the Generals will end up with the ball back on a throw-in. De Diego now takes the ball here, now pushing down the right side here for the Cougars. She's going to cross it in, looking for Franklin, but nice job by that back row of defenders for the Generals to cut that off. And now reversing field. Now Bissinger's going to play it up now. Generals here with a good opportunity. That cross is going to be miskicked. Peter's going to kick this one up to Evans. Evans now is going to kick it up to midfield, but the Generals will keep the ball here. And so far in this one, the Generals kind of taking the upper hand with possession of the time of possession here. Cougars seen themselves in a couple of great opportunities pushing down the field, but the Generals doing a great job of not freaking out and taking the ball back. And so far had 3 corner kicks, one leading to a goal. So they've been pretty aggressive from the start of the game here. Now 34 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first half. Plenty of time in the first half, as the Generals going to pass it and get stopped there by the Cougars, but they're going to end up with the ball here. As this is going to be a big kick deep, and it looks like it was close. No offsides call here. And now the cross inside is going to be kicked out by the Cougars. Great job there by Casey to stop that push and take the ball back here for the Cougars. Her kick out to Franklin, though, is going to be a little bit wide, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Generals will take the ball back with a throw-in, but now back in their own territory. So this throw-in, it's going to go to about the 40, but they're going to take it back and reset here on their own side of the field. They're going to push down the right side here. De Diego does a nice job of closing out and kicking that one away. So now they have to reset with the throw-in. Kick down the right side to Bissinger. It's going to be closed off and kicked away by Casey. Like Bissinger there was a little bit shaken up on the play, but she appears to be okay. And that throw is just going to be headed away there by Sanchez. The Generals close to another corner kick, but it's just going to be another throw in. That ball is going to end up going out on Casey, and it's going to lead to another corner kick here for the Generals. So Bissinger elects to go to the small kick here and take a shot of her own. It's going to be deflected, though, by Kinkoff. Sanchez is going to kick this one out, so the Generals have to have a throw in here. Cross inside. It's going to be kicked out. I believe they're going to say that's going to be out on the Generals. So now Cougars dodge a dangerous situation and have an opportunity to reverse the field here. This kick's going to go about the 45, headed, though, by the Generals down the right side of the field. It's going to stay Cougar possession here. Sanchez is going to throw it in for the Cougars. Her throw-in is going to go to Franklin, but kicked away by the Generals. And the Generals find themselves not quite back with the – oh, they're going to call the call on Casey. A little bit too much contact, and it's going to give the Generals back the ball here. Bissinger here to kick again for the Generals off the free kick. Her kick is going to be deep and off the head of one of her teammates there. It's going to be off the head of number 8, Sarah Zimmerman, who's already got a goal so far today off a header. That time unable to keep possession there, but the Generals able to take it back. They're going to take their time here. Now Bissinger with the ball. Her pass inside is going to be deflected, though, by Sanchez. Evans now is going to go to Vigoro. But the Generals will end up with the ball back here. They're going to elect to reset and try again here. The pass inside is going to be kicked away again. Thought it was going to be kicked away by Sanchez, but they're going to say it was out on the Generals. But the throw-in ends up going back to the Generals here. Casey's just going to head this one out and force them to reset, let her defense get. So we got another sub here. For the Generals, it's going to be number 3, Ann Riley Huber, coming off the field. Number 22, Sophie Berman, coming on the field.
Thank you.
For the Generals, that shot attempt. Quick, though, by number 22, Berman. But Kinkoff able to deflect that one and keep it away. Kinkoff with 53 saves on the season. She's been playing pretty good at the goal. As this is going to be another corner kick here for Bissinger and the Generals. This time it's going to be deep. The header is going to go straight up in the air, and it's not going to go anywhere close to the goal. It's going to go out of bounds. So far, after scoring on their second corner kick. They've had 3 more after that. Haven't been able to capitalize on any of them, so Cougars able to adjust after that goal and keep the Generals out the net. The Generals still dominating the time of possession here in this one. As that cross is going to be in, kicked away by Morin, and now kicked by Casey towards midfield. Kako is going to kick this one over to Peters. Peters going to kick it down the line to Evans. Ball up in the air here. It's going to go out on the Generals, so the Cougars with a throw in here. Now 26 minutes and 38 seconds left to play in the first half. And after an early goal here in the first half, scoring has been kind of a standstill since. Bessinger's kick is going to be scooped up there by Kinkoff. She's going to find herself with another save there. This kick's going to go well past midfield into the Generals' territory there. But with a couple nice headers there and touches, it's going to get past midfield again. But the Cougars will take possession here, but the Generals will take it back. And now a deflection off of De Diego. It's going to give a Generals a throw in here. It looks like we're going to have another sub here. Number 29 here for the Generals coming off the field. It's going to be Lindsey White coming off, and coming on is going to be number 6, Emma Mansfield. Seeing her first action of the game so far. We're going to have another sub here, number 19. Will be coming in. Sydney DeVory is going to come in for number 9, Louisa Bynum. So now Sanchez with the throw in here is going to be down to Franklin. Franklin's kick. Going to find De Diego. De Diego tries to flick it over and push down the left side of her own. Vigouroux is going to keep the ball, though, after the Generals deflect the ball. Cross in by De Diego. Nobody, though, in the yellow home for it. She's going to kick it back inside again, and it looks like the Generals just going to kick this one away. So the Cougars now trying to get a little bit more aggressive here. Trying to get in and take some shots of their own. But the Generals so far not freaking out, just getting the ball back and pushing it back down into the Cougars' territory. So they're now just passing the ball down the left side. They're going to end up squeaking the ball through. Now they're going to drive down the left side. But the kick, the cross it in, is going to be deflected there. I believe that was, again, Casey kicking that one away. And now this cross attempt is going to be up. Vigouroux doing a nice job of getting up and heading that one away. And now De Diego with the ball here for the Cougars. Going to kick it down to Franklin. But there, number 5, Brenna Wenner, does a nice job of pushing up and taking that ball away. And now the cross attempt, the shot's going to be well high over the goal. And the Cougars able to put a stop to that push there by the Generals. And it looks like we're going to have another sub coming up here for the Generals. get that to you as soon as I figure out the number. So now the Generals pushing in here. Beats around Samantha Casey, and off the goalpost. That was, I believe, number 21 there for the Generals.
Number 11 is coming in for 13.
As we got number 11 coming in the game. Caitlin Barnes coming in. She's going to take off number 13, Bryn Bissinger. I'm pretty sure that close goal attempt there, the shot came off the goalpost. It's going to be number 21, Grace Wilikowski from Charlotte, North Carolina, the senior. Almost squeaked it through, but found the left goalpost. So now the Generals here pushing in. That kick's going to be off of Kako. The Generals will keep the ball here. But nice job there by number 29 for the Cougars, Erica Lindstrom. Doing a nice job of taking that ball away and not letting the Generals get another shot at it. But I think they're going to call it Franklin there with a shove. So it's going to give the Generals a free kick here. Kick is going to be over to the right side here. Nice job by De Diego to slide tackle that one away. Generals will keep the ball, though. And this cross is going to be off of Sanchez. I believe it's going to lead to another corner kick. That was number 6, Mansfield, trying to cross that one in. So another sub here for the Generals, number 10. Lucy Worthy coming in for number 20. Maddie Laudisi. This kick is going to be up and over the goal. Never really had a shot of being playable. And yet another sub here for the Generals is going to be number 14, Cameron Granger coming in. Checking out number 8, Sarah Zimmerman. So the Generals here pushing down the right side, crossing it into the middle of the field. Now this kick's going to go straight to De Diego. Now the Cougars going to try to push that towards midfield here down the left side. De Diego is going to be cut off, though, by Wenner. And now the Generals find themselves with the ball again in dangerous territory. So that's going to be the offsides call there. And the Cougars get out of that one. So now, roughly 19 minutes remaining in the first half of play, and still yet, after that early first goal for the Generals, haven't really seen much. The Generals definitely been in quite a bit of situations where they could execute for a goal, had a couple close calls as well, but haven't yet been able to capitalize since then. Cougars haven't really had a true shot attempt yet, as they're still trying to keep possession here. As Kako is going to kick this one deep. It's going to go over the head of Lindstrom. And the Generals yet again stay strong on the defensive end of the field. And now going to push down the left side here. And a big pass up. Kako is going to get there first, though, for the Cougars. They can kick this one up to Peters. Now to Casey. Casey's going to kick this one deep. It's going to find the General. Sanchez now tries to kick it up to Vigouroux. Comes off the foot of Vigouroux, and then the Generals back with the ball here. Big kick. It's going to be wide right. Kinkoff's just going to look that one off. So I believe it's going to be Kako again. It's going to be kicking the free kick from the goal for the Cougars here. Her kick is going to get out past the 40. Generals will take the ball, though, off the free kick. Now, big kick down the right side, trying to find a General on the right side. That kick is going to be deflected, though, by Vigouroux, but the Generals find themselves with the ball right back at their feet. Kako now this time with great defense for the Cougars. This is going to be a cross attempt here for the Generals. A nice pass to find a General cutting down the left side. That was number 14, Granger. That was coming off the left side. But her kick didn't come off as clean as she would like, and it went straight to Kinkoff. So Kinkoff is going to kick this one away. Try to reverse field here for the Cougars. Jenna Franklin finding the header there for the Cougars. And now De Diego ends up with the ball. Her kick's going to be deflected, though, by the Generals. The Generals now with possession, pushing down the right side of the field. Generals here, cross in. And now the pass is going to be kicked away by Peters. So the defense here for the Cougars doing a better job of not giving up any goals. Haven't necessarily limited the chances, but they are applying a little bit more pressure when the Generals try to get those cross-in passes and try to push down the right and left side. This cross-in is not going to lead to anything. I believe they called number 6 there, Mansfield, out of bounds for the Generals. So it's going to give the Cougars a free kick. So it's going to be number 9 coming in here for the Cougars. It's going to be Sarai Martinez coming in for number 29, Erica Lindstrom. And number 16, Sophia Roche coming in for number 21, Grace Walikowski. And so now the Generals with a completely, for the most part, different look on the offensive end of things, as they have now cleared all their starters to get some fresh legs on the field here. On the offensive side of things, they still have number 5, Brenna Weiner, on the back defense there. And also in goal, 00, Sydney Smith. Haven't said a lot of her today, as the Cougars have yet to have a shot attempt on goal. But after a big kick here, now dangerous territory is Franklin. Now it's going to push down the right side. Her kick is going to be up, and it's going to be a little bit to the right and high. So no shot on goal there for Franklin. But now the Cougars with a little bit of excitement, a little bit of momentum now, pushing down, get their first shot attempt here. So free kick there is going to be cut off by Vigouroux. But the Generals going to have a deep kick back into the Cougars territory. Now Generals here with the ball on the left side. come back towards the middle here. Now Winter's going to kick this one down to Barnes. Now Barnes is going to kick this one over. That's going to be number 19, DeVory, trying to get a shot attempt of her own, but that's going to come off the side of the foot and go wide left out of bounds to give yet another free kick here for Caco with 12 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Still quite a bit of time for the Cougars to try to answer here to make this thing 1-1 coming into the half. The kick here is going to come off a couple heads with the combination of the Generals and the Cougars. Casey, nice job kicking this one over and cutting off the Generals there, but the Generals will end up with possession here. Big cross in here for the Generals. A nice move. But that's a scary look there, as it looked like that was number 16, Roche, who was pushing down the left side. Put a nice move on, and when she was coming back inside, instead of stepping on the ground, caught the ball. And that's always a scary look, as a lot of bad things can happen. Rolling ankle, knee injuries. That could have been scary, but we had another sub there come in. It's going to be number 25, Sam Barish. It's going to come in for number 24, Liz Sullivan. Now De Diego here for the Cougars. Gets around one General, but can't get around two. But that's going to catch off a combination of the feet of the Cougars and the Generals. Going to roll out to Kinkoff. So Kinkoff is going to kick this one away here for the Cougars. Her kick doesn't come as far as she wants it to. So now the Generals will stick with the ball here. Trying to push up. Great job by Caco cutting that one off and kicking it away. Martinez now kicking it back to Sanchez. Sanchez tries to kick it away. Comes off the side of her foot. Now the Generals back with the ball. Big kick here, though, and nobody home. It's going to go straight to Kinkoff. So now under 10 minutes here with Kinkoff set to kick. So far, the Cougars have had an opportunity off of one of these free kicks by Kinkoff that caught past the Generals' defense. That one won't be one of the opportunities, though, as the Generals find themselves with the ball. Now, dangerous opportunity. Roche crosses it in to number 22 there for the Generals. Number 22, Sophie Berman, finishing there for the Generals. Now, after that goal, it's going to make things 2-0. And now the Generals getting the ball right back here with Roche trying to track that one down. Casey's going to kick this one away and let her defense get reset here. Took a little bit too much time there with the cross-in by Barish, and now it's going to go out of bounds, and the Cougars going to kick this one away from the goal free kick. So this free kick traveling down the right side here. Both teams fighting for possession, but it will go out on Sanchez, so it gives possession back to the Generals on a throw-in. Casey absolutely threw her body at that one, trying to cut it off. And we'll stop the momentum there, but it will go out of bounds and lead to, I believe, a throw-in. Yep, it's going to be a deep throw-in here for the Generals. It's going to go over the head of a couple defenders and a couple Generals as well. Peter's going to kick this one away for your Cougars and make the Generals get another look at it. So quick throw in here. It's going to be back out and cross in here. It's going to go to Peters. Peters can't quite clear it. Big kick, though, by Roche. And Kinkoff standing strong, though, for the Cougars, but as she remained on the ground, couldn't quite keep possession there as she got plenty of deflections, but that's going to be number 25, Sam Barish, ended up coming strong there. So 25 there for the Cougars, Sam Barish, sophomore out of Stanhope, New Jersey, getting the finish there after Kinkoff put on a valiant effort. As you got to commend her for deflecting as many shots on goal as she did. As first started off with an absolute heater there by Roche down the middle, cut off the hands of Kinkoff. Then a couple of rebound shots that Kinkoff was able to deflect, but that one sneaking around to take the third goal here for the Generals before half. So now under 7 minutes, Cougars trying to respond here as Franklin's pass inside is going to go outside of Evans. It's going to end up in the hands of Smith here for the Generals. So she's going to give it a couple bounces and kick this one down. It's going to go to Evans, though. Evans going to end up with the ball, going to kick it over to Martinez, but the Generals get there first. Sanchez able to close off that clear attempt, though. The Generals will end up with the ball here. So the Generals now with the ball, closing in. Peters tries to clear it away, catches Roche, but second attempt by Peters to get it away does work. Now Vigouroux chasing the ball. She gets the kick off before going out of bounds down to Evans. And now the Generals kick it out of bounds, so the Cougars find themselves now with a throw-in. So now the Cougar throw-in is going to go down to De Diego. Back out to Evans. Evans with a deep kick down, trying to find Martinez. It's going to be a couple of headers by both teams. De Diego still fighting to try to get around the General's defense, and she will now. She ends up with the ball, crosses it in, but it's kicked away by the Generals. It's going to be out on Evans, so the Generals escape there with the Cougars. As the Cougars had a real close opportunity and great opportunity there to try to answer back one of those points, but couldn't get the execution. And now number 17 coming in for the Generals, Olivia O'Hanlon, is going to come in for number 5, Brenna Weiner. Now Generals pushing down the right side. Cross in is going to be deflected by Sanchez. Second cross in off the head of Casey. Warren's going to kick this one out. He's going to find a General in the middle of the field. Big kick. Would be good if we were playing American football. Went through the uprights, but not low enough to go through the goal. So it's going to lead to another Cougar free kick, just approaching 4 minutes here. Now Caco's kick's going to go down to Morin now with the ball here. It's going to be kicked away by the General. It's going to lead to a throw-in here for the Cougars. Quick throw-in is going to be kicked out again by the General. It's going to lead to another Cougar throw-in. Hey, Diego gets swarmed there, trying to gain possession. It's going to be kicked out by the Generals again. And the Cougars inching their way down the field with throw-ins. As Peters able to kick this one away towards the goal before it went out of bounds, but the Generals find themselves with the ball at their feet. Casey's going to kick this one back down. A little back and forth here by both teams. Cougars trying to keep it in the Generals' territory. Generals trying to get it past midfield. It looked like Generals will come out top here as they take possession, and now they're at midfield. So now Peters' kick's going to go off of number 2, Sainsbury of the Generals. So now the Cougars back with the throw-in. Morin's kick is going to go off of Sainsbury again. And Cougars still have another throw-in from pretty much identical spot. Now the Generals pushing inside. The cross here is going to come off the foot of Casey, but it's going to come off the side and go backwards. Now the Generals still in a dangerous spot here. Sanchez able to get some footing on it, kick it away. Generals still have the ball, but not in quite as dangerous territory. They're going to bring this one back out and reset, trying to get a last-minute goal before the half. This kick's going to, I believe it deflected off a Cougar, and it did, so it's going to lead to another corner kick here for the Generals. So I'm assuming by the time they get set up and everything here for the corner kick, that it's going to be kicked off about the 1 minute mark. So Generals are in no rush here. Up 3 goals to nothing in the first half. So now the 1 minute remaining call is out. The cross in is going to be off of Kako. Kako still fighting to take back possession here for the Cougars. Number 17, O'Hanlon, keeping the ball. Her kick is going to go straight to Kinkoff, and the Cougars need to waste no time here, as if they didn't try to score a goal to get back one of those goals here before half. They go down from 3 goals to 2. So that's going to be off the heads of a couple Generals. Generals kick is going to go off of Martinez there. Now it's going to give number 19, DeVore, a throw in here for the Generals. So I could imagine that this one is probably going to go to halftime 3-0. As now it's 10 seconds remaining. Franklin trying to get a late push here for the Cougars at the end of the half. Martinez now with the ball. Big kick by Martinez, but it's not going to lead to anything. And we go into the half 3-0. The Generals on top here in Danville, Virginia. And we'll be right back after the halftime break and with the second half of play.
is inclusive, encompassing, inspiring. Averett University provides all you need for a future you deserve through learning that embraces all of your infinite potential with flexible online and on-campus programs like our newest programs in entrepreneurship and psychology, with more coming soon, with affordable tuition and 24/7 support. It all leads to you becoming a catalyst for positive change. Visit allaverett.com. Averett University. Are you all in?
For more than 40 years, Averett University's athletics programs have competed in the USA South. Now we begin a new era as a member of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We will continue to build on our traditions. We'll continue to develop our student athletes into tomorrow's leaders as catalysts for positive change. With 24 NCAA and club varsity sports, we'll bring championship aspirations, high academic success, and a focus on community service. We bring first-class facilities, and we will continue to build for the future. We'll renew old rivalries and create new ones in the ODAC. We'll do it as one team, one family, one Averett.
Averett because it was a small school and I was able to continue my academic and collegiate career here. Averett's special to me because it's a home away from home. I'm surrounded by people that I knew from high school, but still a bunch of new people that I've met from all other parts of the world and different parts of the U.S. too. What makes Averett feel like home would definitely be the girls on the soccer team and my coaches. They're my second family. They always have my back. We hang out all the time, whether it's on the field or doing team bonding or trying to find stuff down here to do in Danville. My major is sports medicine, and I've been lucky enough to do an internship with Maria and Cody in the AT department, and that involves going to football games and working a bunch of other sporting events as well. My favorite part about Averett is definitely being able to play my sport here and then going and supporting all the other teams as well. We're all one team, one family, and honestly, it makes missing home a little bit easier.
Averett because it's a small school, the class sizes are pretty good. I feel like with the class sizes you can really focus on, the one-on-one connection with your professors and everything. Mainly the one Averett, one family, one team environment that we all in with the student athletes. Like I said, the professors, the one-on-ones are amazing, and everybody here want to see you succeed. What makes Averett feel like home? Just the environment, everything's beautiful. Any professor feel like family, students feel like family. I'm like an hour away from here, so it's no different. Averett helping me prepare because their sports medicine program is one of the best in the nation. The professor wants to see you succeed. The professors push you. The professors work with you, and you can't get that in any other university.
Being a student athlete here has definitely pushed me to do things that I have not been able to do in the past. Because of my team, I have opened up more socially, and they have pushed me to be a better athlete and a better student, and I wouldn't be who I am today if it weren't for them.
And we are back here with Averett Sports Network in the second half of action here. So far, the Generals hopping out and taking the commanding lead off early as they're leading 3-0 as they got 1 goal early off of a corner kick header. I believe it was number 8, Zimmerman. She was able to head that one in for the Generals, but it was kind of a standstill for a lot of the first half. The Generals making a lot of subs, kind of keeping fresh legs in, and wasn't able to score, but now a quick score here off of second half. Still didn't quite catch the number of that goal. Don't want to give credit to anybody else but the person that scored the goal. But quick goal there by the Generals. As I was talking about the scoring plays in the first half, the Generals went out and got a fourth one quick into the gate. Not even a minute passing in the second half as they're pushing down the field again. Kako able to cut that one off and make the Generals rethink things. Deep kick down. The Morin's going to be over her head. And now new goalie here for the Generals. It looks like it's going to be number 28 for the Generals out in the goalie position. It's going to be Abby Groff, the freshman out of Black Lake, Ohio. She's going to be back in goal, subbing out the original goalie, 00, Sydney Smith. So now the Generals pushing down the left side here. Try to cross back in, cut off by Kako. The Generals will keep possession here. Still. Now, the cross in is going to be off the head. And now the Cougars with the ball here. Franklin's slow to get up, kind of limping, but appears that she's going to stay in. She's going to be all right. So on the goal at the opening part of the game is going to be number 21, Grace Wilikowski. As she was able to get the finish there for the goal. Not quite sure who assisted it yet. As soon as I figure that out, I will let you know. But now Kako here with a great opportunity for the Cougars with a free kick opportunity on the right side here. Cougars only one shot on goal so far here. That's that kick. It's going to be deep. Going to go over the head of a couple Generals. Going to touch a General, though, going out, and it's going to give a corner kick here. And Kako is very skilled when it comes to the corner kicks. She's able to place it pretty well for the Cougars. So this is a fantastic opportunity for the Cougars to try to get a goal back and go back within 3-point deficit here. As this kick's going to be deep and over the heads, not much to play and have an opportunity with there. That's just going to go up and over, not touching anyone. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to lead to a free kick for the goalie there in Groff. Now, going back to that goal in the first minute of play in the second half. That was going to be number 24, Liz Sullivan, who was on the assist. So number 24, Liz Sullivan, assisted the goal, and number 21, Grace Wilikowski, was able to get the finish there for the Generals. So now Kako kicking this one away on the sideline, giving the Generals a throw in. Peters trying to kick it away, but the Generals will keep possession here. Now, big kick to the middle is going to be taken over by Evans. Now, Vigaru kicking it deep, but the Generals taking the ball back here. And one good move there by Wilikowski. Going to kick it over to the left side. Back to Wilikowski here. Now the Generals with the ball in the middle of the field here in dangerous territory as they're in an opportunity here for a big cross. Fake the cross attempt. Great defense, though, by Sanchez, kicking that one out. Did not bite too hard on the fake cross and was able to redirect and get the clear there. So now the Generals still in a dangerous spot here, keeping this one in play. Or excuse me, did not keep it in play. It's the linesman there. Calls that one out. It's going to give a free kick. For the Cougars. So the kick by Kako is going to get out to about the 40. Figure was able to get a touch on it, but now the Generals here with the ball pushing down the right side yet again. And now this cross in is going to be off the foot of Sanchez, giving the Generals a throw in dangerous territory. De Diego's going to kick this one back towards the midfield, trying to get it away. Generals still fighting for possession here, and they will take possession. Going to reset and get a better look here now with the ball. Pushing this one over to the left side. Taking their time as they are still holding on to a 4-point lead. Kinkoff just going to come out of goal, run over, and scoop that one up for the Cougars. Kick here by Kinkoff's going to find De Diego. Franklin getting the touch there, but she's going to be cut off by a couple Generals. Now the Generals will take back possession, going to kick it back to Groff, the goalie. Let her reset things for the Generals. So now pushing down the left side. It's going to be kicked down to Peters, but Peters going to kick this one away and let her defense get back with her. So now we have a sub in, number 30, Annie Martin. It's going to be coming in for, I believe, number 13, Bryn. It's going to be Bryn Bissinger coming off for the Generals. So that kick is going to be wide right and off target, leaving Kinkoff with the goalie kick here. We got a couple of more subs here. So I believe that's going to be number 11 coming on for. Number 6 coming onto the field, Emma Mainsfield, for number 29, Lindsay White, and also, I believe it's number 11, Caitlin Barnes coming in for the Generals as well. So now the Generals trying to push down the left side, nobody in line for that pass, and it's going to give the Cougars back possession here, approaching the 35-minute mark here. Lindstrom now fighting for the ball, is going to kick this towards the midfield. Generals taking back possession here, though. Casey's going to push up and try to clear this one out, and she will cross the 50-yard line. And also coming in for the Generals is going to be number 14, Cameron Granger. Coming in for number 9, Louisa Bynum. So now Cougars throw in. It's going to be off the foot of Evans. Going to give possession back to the Generals here. So this kick is going to be wide right. Kinkoff didn't have to move much for it. It's going to lead to another Cougar free kick from the goal. Kinkoff's kick is going to be over to Kako. But the Generals will take possession here. Taking their time, taking a couple passes, waiting for something to open up here. This kick is going to be deep, cut off by Kako, and kicked away by Kako, leading to a General throw-in. So now the Generals throw in here. It's a dangerous spot. Cougars try to kick it away, and that kick is going to be very high for the Generals. It's going to go out of bounds, so the Cougars get out of yet another dangerous situation here, as we're going to have number 8, Jenna Franklin, coming off the field for the Cougars, and coming on the field, it's going to be, I believe that's number 22 there for the Cougars. It's going to be Gianna Minifo. Generals throw in here as we have another sub for the Generals. It's going to be number 22, Sophie Berman, coming off the field. Number 12, Madison Sumatra. Sumatra coming on for the Generals. Vigor trying to cut that one off, but now the Generals had an opportunity to push down the left side, but Samantha Casey again doing a nice job getting the slide tackle there, kicking it away, and forcing the Generals to get pressure from elsewhere. And number 8 there for the Generals is going to be Zimmerman, coming off the field. Coming on the field is going to be, I believe, number 25, Sam Barish. So that corner kick is going to be off a couple heads. The call is going to be on the General. Is going to give the Cougars a free kick here. Great job by Casey to come off and cut that one off. It's going to go to De Diego. De Diego now working down the right side. Vigaru trying to work around. It's going to kick it off a General defender and give the Cougars a throw in here. This kick is going to be overtaken by the Generals. Casey coming up and trying to get a touch in the clear there, but the Generals will take possession off a missed kick there. Trying to fight around the right side. It's going to be kicked away and lead to another corner kick by Kako. That was number 30, Annie Martin, trying to come fight around. It's now number 19, Sydney DeVore, coming off the field. I believe that brings in number 26, Gabrielle Urson for the Generals. Now Kinkoff over the Kako. De Diego does a nice job playing defense there and forcing that ball out on the Generals to get a throw in here. So now Cougars with an attempt to try to push down the right side. Generals do a nice job of cutting that one off. But Casey down the middle takes the ball for the Cougars, try to push it up. But it looks like the Generals were probably just going to clear this one out. And the Generals will take over possession here. Now Vigor trying to work around there. Couldn't quite get all the way around, but Evans with a nice move there. Takes the ball. Her shot attempt is going to be straight there to Groff in the goal. So giving possession back to the Generals here as that kick is going to go off the head of a General. Now Generals trying to push down the left side. Kako clear this one out, but Generals will be right there at the receiving end of that one. Now they find themselves in a dangerous spot here again as that shot attempt is going to be saved by Kinkoff, and that time kicked away by Sanchez. So great job by Kinkoff as it looked like she was outnumbered there one-on-one on the outside. She's going to get the nice save there for the Cougars, and Sanchez doing a nice job following up and clearing that one out and forcing a corner kick here. So now the corner kick for the General is going to be high up in the air, about where you want it. It's going to go out of bounds here. We're going to have a Cougar down on the field. I believe it's going to bring an AT down on the field here. I believe that was Vigor who was slow to get up for the Cougars, but she seems to be walking just fine off the field. Most likely probably collided heads there on the corner kick, which is one of the scary possibilities there. That can happen going for those balls. But she appears from, just the viewer's eyes to be all right, walking off on her own power there. Hopefully nothing too serious there with Vigorou. So is going to bring back on Franklin here for the Cougars. Kick by Kinkoff, finding the middle of the field here. Morin's going to head this one down to Minifo. But the Generals will take over possession here. Now Generals throw in here. And this point of the second half kind of looking similar to how it was in the first half, with the Generals coming out and scoring quick in both the halves, but then kind of fizzling out there with opportunities, just not executing them fully. But just kind of stand still here. But if you look outside, it's perfect weather coming into this one. Sun's out, not a cloud in the sky, not too hot, not too cold if you're standing in the sun. But if I can attest to you, if you are in the press box, those sitting behind these windows with the sun beat down, it is getting a little warm up here. Would much rather be outside. But still, nonetheless, glad it isn't freezing cold or blazing hot. It's still very comfortable here in Danville, Virginia, and a great day to play soccer as well. We also have men's soccer after this one. Short turnaround, as the men's soccer has their senior day as well coming up after this. So, obviously, in this stream, it's going to be up on the different streams. It's going to be men's soccer taking up Shenandoah. But if you're interested in that as well, we will be live on that right after this one with their senior day festivities as well. They have a couple seniors that they want to celebrate as well, so we'll be here celebrating them before the game. So now underneath the 25-minute mark here, Minifo is going to be throwing it in here. It's going to be straight to a general, though. But Lindstrom's going to come up with the ball. Her kick is going to be kicked out by the general. It's going to lead to another throw in here for the Cougars. So now Peters with the ball for the Cougars. Her throw is going to be to Morin. Morin not able to take possession, though, off that throw in. Casey trying to go for the slide tackle, doesn't catch the ball, so the Generals will end up with it. Now Kako with the ball here for the Cougars. Her kick is going to be headed away by the Generals, but the Cougars still find themselves with possession here. Evans now to Vigaru, who was slow to get up, but she is back in here for the Cougars. Kick down to Peters. Peters going to kick this one away up to Vigaru. General still fighting. They will take possession here now, pushing down the right side. Samantha Casey staying strong and kicking that one away. And another little rough contact there. Again, that was Vigaru. She draws the call there. They give the Cougars a free kick. Free kick now It's going to be deep down, and now De Diego was sizing that one up, and that was the closest shot that the Cougars had so far in this one. As De Diego was looking at it, I knew something crazy was coming, and she tried to go for the bicycle kick there. Looked like she might have landed awkwardly on one of the generals there. I believe that was number 10, Lucy Worthy, down there for the Generals. She's limping, but now upping the pace a little bit and has a little slight jog, so she appears to be okay. But De Diego tries to give a little spark here for the Cougars with the bicycle kick. Just missed over the upper 90, though. Now the Cougars hopefully can build off a little bit of momentum there, coming so close. As the Generals now with the ball back in their territory here. Now pushing up towards midfield down the right side. Generals now crossing midfield, but Cougars will cut that one off. And De Diego sprinting, trying to get around, slides, but can't quite get to the ball there. Header by Lindstrom. Can get headed around, but looks like it will stay, though, with the Generals. Now this is Roche pushing down the left side here. She's going to cross this one in. One General lets it pass. Kinkoff comes out of the goal, and it looks like it will work out in her favor, as it was a very dangerous play there, but ended up forcing the Generals to have to reset here, and that kick is going to go straight to Kinkoff. So Kinkoff made an excellent decision there to go out and stop the momentum, as it looked like it was going to be a free shot there for the Generals. Kinkoff came up, forced the ball to push out right, and the Generals maintained possession, but they lost the momentum that they had, and they had to reset there. Effort there by De Diego to try to keep the ball inbounds will not be successful, and will lead to a General throw in here under now the 20-minute mark. So now Peters going to kick it down here to De Diego. De Diego kicks it around to Evans. Evans now will not convert for the Cougars, just misses off to the left. Her kick doesn't fall, and now Minifo is going to be coming back off the field. Franklin checking back in for her. Now the Cougars with a couple of opportunities pretty close to each other at the goal. Unsuccessful, but they're building a little bit here. Now Roche down on the left side working on Casey. She's going to pass this one away. Call here on the Cougars going to lead to a free kick for the Generals. Coming over to kick this one, I believe, is going to be both number 15 and number 19, Lathrop and Devori over here. They're going to try to do a little misdirection maybe, and they will. That kick's going to go straight to Lindstrom. And De Diego, so now De Diego now pushing down the right side. She's going to kick it up and try to get it around to Franklin, but nice job by the Generals to cut that one off. It looked like it was going to be a great opportunity for the Cougars. Now turn to a possible opportunity here for the Generals. Now the Generals here with the ball. Pushing down the right side, great pass out to Roche. Now Roche with a chance to cross it in. She's just going to play this one back inside. She's going to try to kick and finish with her left. And she will not. Peters was in the way there and blocked the goal before it even got to Kinkoff. So again, the Cougars stay strong and don't give up a goal there. It looked like it was going to be a great opportunity there for the Generals. So now the Generals with a corner kick here already scored once off a corner kick, have yet to be able to connect, though, on the following corner kicks after that. So this can truly go either way. This corner kick is going to be in the ideal spot there. Headed away, though, by Vigouroux. The Generals racing to try to keep possession here, and they will. Now DeVore's going to kick this one down. Casey gets up and heads that one away. The Cougars able to move it down to about the 40. It's not quite in dangerous territory anymore. Now Casey with the ball. As the Generals take the ball right back. Nice touch there by the Generals. Just going to get out a little bit far in front. Peters does a nice job of closing that one off and kicking it away. And the Generals find themselves right back into Cougar territory here, with about 15 minutes remaining on the clock, 15 minutes and 30 seconds. As the Cougars hope for a comeback here, slowly dwindling. Not quite out the door, though, as there's plenty of time on the clock. But you got to get a move on here and string together some quick goals here. Kinkoff just kick this one up to Casey. Casey didn't get the greatest touch on it, and it's going to go out of bounds. And the Generals right back with the ball in a dangerous territory here for the Cougars. Great job by Casey there to slide tackle that one away. Now De Diego with the ball here for the Cougars. She's going to kick this one back to Casey, and Casey's going to kick this one to reverse field. Generals do a nice job of kicking this one back, though. And they're going to end up with possession here. Working around, and the kick there is going to go straight to Kinkoff. So the last few kicks, though, there for the Generals, Kinkoff hasn't had to move too much for, as they've all been relatively just straight to her. Peters tries to give that one a big kick. Generals will keep possession here. Generals now on the left side. Was close to going out of bounds, but doesn't. Great job by Kako, forcing and working down the right side there. De Diego tries to get there, but that kick is going to be off De Diego, and it's going to give the Generals a throw in here. That was a nice job by number 10, Lucy Worthy, coming in to close that one off. And now Worthy is going to be coming out, number 33, making her first appearance of the game. Margaret Schweppe coming in for the Generals, and also a sub here for the Cougars as number 3, Elena Jinsick coming in for the Cougars. Kako getting a touch here up to Franklin. Franklin to Lindstrom. Now Vigouroux is going to give this a big kick, trying to get it away. Jinsick tries to get a touch on it, but the Generals will take back possession here. Now working down the left side. shot here is going to go straight to Kinkoff again. And now 12 minutes remaining in this one. So that was a deep kick by Kinkoff. Generals look like they are going to take possession, though, here. Casey does a nice job of cutting that one off and trying to force the ball back into the Cougars' feet. But it will be off on the Cougars. Generals with another throw-in. Big kick towards the middle of the field. Kako cuts that one off. Kicked away was number 17, O'Hanlon, for the Generals. It's going to be out of bounds and a Cougar throw-in. Another sub, number 5, Madison Morin, is going to be coming off the field here for the Cougars. Number 28, Maya Kimber, coming in. For the Cougars. And the Generals, no rush here as they are holding on to a 4-0 lead here. Scored 3 goals in the first. Kind of spread out through the first half. And then scored their 4th goal within a minute of the second half and haven't yet been able to convert again since then. Cougars have had a couple shots since then. The Generals have had a couple shots since then. Nobody finding the back of the net, though. It's now number 17 here for the Generals coming off. Olivia O'Hanlon, and coming onto the field, it's going to be number 27, Chelsea Highland. As Lindstrom's going to get tangled up there with a General defender, so it's going to give the Generals a free kick here. Their kick is going to go down. Casey heads this one away. And again, they get Lindstrom there. Kicks this one deep, and now the Cougars were in dangerous territory there, but nice job by Groff there for the Generals to come up and cut that one off at the point of attack. Her kick is going to be to about the 50 there. Generals get a great touch there. Casey's just going to run over and head this one out of bounds. Cut off the momentum. So now coming into the game is going to be number 12, Madison Sumatra, coming in for the Generals. Now the Generals pushing deep. Great pass. And then the recently subbed in Sumatra tries to get the close in as that pass went. That was a great pass by the Generals to go back, and she just hits the top crossbar. Add that one to the list of very close calls by the Generals that went off the bar. So now Lindstrom's going to kick this one deep into the Generals' territory. The Generals can try to push this one back to midfield. Bigger here working around. Can't quite get the pass off, and now the Generals find themselves pushing again down the right side. And the Generals still have possession here, as this shot is going to go straight to Kinkoff. Made Kinkoff have to reach up a little bit for that one, but able to pull it in, though, for the Cougars. She gets a deep kick here to the 40. Now number 23, Caroline Christensen in the game for the Generals as well. One of the subs that I happened to miss. She's getting some playing time here in this one. And also now in the game, number 2, Natalia Roberson. And for the Cougars, and we're going to have another sub, or a few subs here for both teams. So we're going to have number 20 here for the Cougars, Alyssa VC coming back into, making her first appearance into the game. We also have in goal now, number 0, Evelyn Balderrama in the goal here for the Cougars. I believe also number 4, Whitney McCormick, came in for the Generals there. And now the Generals here with the opportunity. Balderrama, who looked like she was out of position there, was able to work back and get the ball out of bounds to force a corner kick here. So it was going to be a dangerous spot there for the Cougars, as nobody was in goal, but the Cougars found themselves getting away with that one. So now corner kick again here for the Generals, as this kick is going to be up. And Peter's going to kick this one away, but the follow-up shot here for the Generals is going to go wide left. So now under 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. Kako kicks this one deep. You know, you hate to say it, but it seems like this one's kind of solidifying itself as another win for the Generals on their undefeated streak, as they've been playing good soccer all year, have been a tough team all year. Kako kicks that one away, as 4 goals is not really easy to come by in 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in play. So now a free kick here for the Generals to try to add on to that tally. kick's going to be up and off the head of a General, but it's going to roll off to the right. The Generals take back possession, and that's a quick kick. And great save by Balderrama. I believe that was number 15, Lathrop, who tried to get the shot on goal. For the Generals. So another corner kick here as that header is going to be high and over the goal. So Balderrama, who just checked in for the Cougars, has seen quite a bit of action in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. She's had quite a few shots on goal, but so far unscathed. Creeping up to the minute mark here in this one. As this kick goes over Kako's head, Casey kicks it up. The Cougars still haven't cleared yet. Now the Generals take back possession here. Casey just comes up and kicks that one away. It's now under 30 seconds. We might see one more shot attempt maybe by the Generals, but the Cougars take the ball back here. That kick's going to go out of bounds and force a long throw in here, but I'd like to assume that the Generals probably, they're going to try to take one more crack at it. Casey's going to come up and kick that one out, and that's probably going to bring the end to this one as the clock strikes 0, and that's it for senior day here for the women's soccer team at Averett University as they fall to the Washington Lee Generals. So Washington Lee advanced to 11-0-4 overall, 7-0-1 in the ODAC, and the Cougars fall to 5-7-2 overall and 3-4-1 in the ODAC. So that's been it for this rendition of Averett Sports Network, and always remember, go Cougars.